A friend of mine, let's call him Sully, was in Dubai for a business meeting. He had some time to kill before his flight, so he went to the local bar for a drink. He had just finished one drink when an attractive blonde woman approached him and asked if she could buy him another. Surprised but flattered, he said sure. The woman walked to the bar and brought him 2 drinks, one for her and one for him. He thanked her and took a sip, and that was the last thing he remembered. That was the last thing he remembered until he woke up, disorientated, lying in a hotel bathtub, his body submerged in cold water. He looked around frantically, trying to understand where he was and how he got there. Then he spotted the note. "Don't move, call 911. A cell phone rested on a small table next to the bathtub. He picked it up and called 911. His fingers numb from the cold water. The operator seemed oddly familiar with his situation. She said, "Sir, I want you to reach behind you, slowly and carefully. Is there a tube protruding from your lower back?" Nervous, he felt behind him. Sure enough, there was a tube. The operator said, "Sir, don't panic, but one of your kidneys has been harvested." This story is completely fake, but your brain probably believed it anyway. And that's interesting, because logically the story makes almost no sense. Organ theft stories like this are mostly urban legends. Hospitals can't just steal kidneys in bathtubs and disappear into the night like some underground horror movie. Yet for a few moments, your brain suspended disbelief. Why? Because the story manipulated your attention in a very specific sequence. First, social intrigue. Attractive stranger at a bar. Your brain instantly starts predicting outcomes. Romance, scam, danger. Then the story suddenly removes certainty. Blackout. Missing memory is terrifying because your brain loses causal continuity. Humans hate informational voids. Then the environment suddenly changes. Unknown hotel room, cold water, note on the counter. At this point, your brain stops asking, "Is this true?" and starts asking, "What happens next?" That shift is the foundation of almost every addictive story ever made. And once you notice it, you start seeing it everywhere. Netflix, TikTok, news headlines, political speeches, even Fight Club. Think about Tyler Durden for a second. Tyler doesn't explode onto the screen immediately as some revolutionary anarchist philosopher. The film introduces him carefully. First, he's just interesting, confident, funny, slightly off. Then the tension escalates. He starts saying things normal people would never say out loud. Then the world around him starts changing. Fights become rituals, chaos becomes freedom, destruction becomes meaning. And before the audience fully realizes it, they're emotionally invested in someone who is objectively unstable. That's not an accident. The story keeps opening psychological loops faster than it closes them. Every answer creates a bigger question. Who is Tyler really? Why is he so compelling? Why does this feel strangely true? The audience gets pulled deeper because uncertainty creates attention. But the most powerful part isn't suspense. It's identity. Because the second the story makes people feel like it reflects something hidden inside themselves, attention turns it into obsession. But this isn't just something that happens in movies. It's happening to you every single day. Open TikTok. The first 2 seconds of a video are never the explanation. They are always the problem. You won't believe what happened. This is why you keep failing. I tried this for 7 days and something crazy happened. And notice what's happening. You're not being given information. You're being placed inside of a loop. Because the second your brain hears a situation that it doesn't fully understand, it does something automatic. It tries to complete it. Swipe. Now you're in your next video. New setup, new tension, new uncertainty, and it repeats. Over and over again. You don't even notice the pattern because every clip feels different. But structurally, they are all identical. Setup, then tension, then incomplete resolution, then the next loop. That's the same mechanism you saw in the kidney story, just compressed into 15 seconds. Even advertisements use it. Before you buy this, watch this. Doctors don't want you to know this. This one mistake is ruining your sleep. They never start with the answer. They start with instability. Because stable information gets ignored. Unstable information gets attention. And this is exactly why Fight Club works so well. It doesn't explain Tyler Durden. It delays understanding of him. Every scene adds another layer of contradiction, and your brain keeps trying to solve him like a puzzle, but the puzzle never fully closes. That's what makes him stick in your head longer, even after the film ends.